So, see, I'm jamming to it again. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I just enjoy that. So, welcome to the Four Letter Nerd. We've got a special show for you today. We're going to be talking about Stranger Things, if you couldn't tell from the title of the show. And because of that, we got a special guest just for you guys because it's Four Letter Nerd. It's what we do. But before we get into that, let me introduce my co-host. As always, with us on our side, backing us up, making us look like a proper podcast vidcast. The lady that we probably couldn't do this without. It's Lady Sidonai. Uh-oh. Did you freeze? No, she's not frozen. She made us think it was a picture.
Hi, everyone. I'm sorry. It's been a day, but I don't know. I didn't think it was me.
It's you. But now that you're here, I can now
Hi,
introduce
everyone.
the woman that this literally wouldn't exist without, because this is her baby that she decided to start up when she got a company and was like, hey, I'm going to do this. Also, my non-hetero life mate, my wife.
Hello. Thought a wave would work. That doesn't work. Words. Use your words. Hello.
Words. There you go. Yep. And we're all here. So sadly, our producer, Mr. Michael Mayhem, aka Mr. Dr. Michael Mayhem, sadly has the Rona and he will not be joining us. Hopefully he will be netter. He'll be netter by next week. Better by next week. And we'll be
Netter better.
And then hopefully we'll have Bergie back as well. Maybe we might have Sprite with us as well. We don't know. We'll see. I doubt that, but you never know. She might.
Probably not.
She's like, let me on the show.
She's made that very clear. Don't even think about it.
Right.
This is a treat.
Right. She's like, I'm not doing my makeup like this once a week. No. But it's okay if you didn't. But now on to our special guest, because as you know, we are talking about Stranger Things, all 4 seasons, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the craziness. And we have a special guest, even though they are not who you're going to think they are at first. Man, you're going to think that this is who it is at first. We all did.
I know I did. Like, I sat there for 10 minutes questioning it, just so you know.
Every time they walked by me, I did a triple take. And even after talking to them, I'm still not 100% sure this person is not just playing the long game with us.
Right?
The long game.
And I literally had to lean around. I was trying not to be rude when I saw them. They were at a booth. They're looking at something. I stopped. There's someone next to them. I literally took 3 steps back, leaned around the person to look at them. And they were so confused when I did that. And yeah, I will never forgive myself for it. But I had to make sure because I'm like, they weren't listed to be here at the convention.
No. Well, sometimes they get surprise people and, you don't want to rule it out.
This is true. But if you haven't noticed, I put a little spoiler up in the corner and to let you know that it's not really them, but it is someone that we did meet and we hit it off very well with when we were there at the con at Colorado Springs Comic-Con 2022. But this is KJ Cosplay.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
As you can see, it is not Max. You may think it's Max, and that we're lying to you. We really and truly are not lying to you.
And you can also see more of KJ Cosplay on our video from the after party at Colorado Springs on our YouTube channel. So we do have some more footage with her. So check that out as well.
Right, and it was also played here because I'm learning stuff as a co-executive producer behind the producer, how to get things running. We aired it here, we stuck it over on YouTube, but yes, you can go see it, and it was a very interesting interview because we still couldn't believe it, and
and we actually had the opportunity to surprise one of our Bergie, who unfortunately is not with us today. He had not seen her yet by the time we filmed it, so we got to see his live reaction when she came across the room. And it was nice to see our feeling, like, so, because he's very expressive, like really articulated.
Right.
I know KJ, and I'm sorry, I'm just going to jump right into this one thing because we're talking about it right now. That night, we saw the reaction that you had. How does it feel to just cause that, like, literally stop traffic whenever you put this on and walk out the door?
Oh, it's crazy. Like, it's so crazy having someone think you're the actual person, and just everyone gets so excited when they see me, and it's really awesome.
Do you get kind of like a rush?
A little bit, yeah. But sometimes I'm like, oh no, more people.
Oh no, they see me. And see, I'm one of those weird people. I get more excited for the cosplayers than the actual people, because I'm like, dude, you're doing this so well. I thought you were the person. Look at this. Oh my God. And I get more excited for the cosplayers than I would for the actual person. Like, I don't fanboy that much about people. There are very few people that'll get me like, oh my God, it's you. I reserve that for the cosplayers, because I'm like, you put work into this to look like someone you are not, that you kind of sort of look like, but you made it excellent. And that's what I do. I save mine for the cosplayers.
Yeah.
I know that we talked about it that night, and I think it's a little bit in the interview, but if you don't mind just repeating for us again, I remember you telling me that you didn't at first notice the resemblance that you had between yourself and Max. And if you don't mind just sharing the story of how it was kind of brought to your attention and where it went from there.
Yeah. So after season 2 came out, which, as you know, is when Max first shows up, I was in English class, and one of my classmates came up to me and said, "You look like Max from Stranger Things." And I was like, huh. So then I rewatch, and I'm like, wait a minute. He's right. So I've been planning to do a Max cosplay ever since season 2, but finally this was the perfect time. So
nice. Very nice. Well, we're glad you did.
Oh yeah, we did. How hard was it to put together?
It was actually it took a while. It was pretty difficult with the jacket and everything. So I found at a thrift store, I found a jacket that had the right shape, and then I used the seam ripper and took it apart. It took me hours, and then made a pattern with those pieces, and then created.
And you made the whole thing for the most part by hand, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what I love about cosplayers. They put the work in to
yeah,
and even something that seems, and I don't want to use the word simple because it's not, but these are like everyday items, are sometimes harder to find than more obscure costume pieces.
Right.
So having to hear, like, it's literally, is that fleece? Or a micro fleece jacket? Yeah. Something that you would think that you could just go into any store and pick up. You really can't. Even the t-shirt.
Yeah,
and the cut and the wash of the denim, the shoes, everything. There's so much detail that I don't think everyone really. And even, how did you even find a cassette player at this? Like, where did you find a walkie-talkie?
She made it.
You mean a Walkman? My Walkman? Oh, I don't know if you can see it very well with the green screen, but there it is. So it's actually fake. As you can see on the
back. Made it.
She made it.
Yeah, and it right now it got kind of. I need to make a new one. It's kind of falling apart. It's got these like scuffs on it that, like, these are intentional. This is not. So, yeah.
What's funny is I literally have that Walkman and a box in my storage closet. That literal one.
How much do you want for it?
I mean, we can negotiate after this.
She's not playing.
Resourceful, this one.
I wouldn't, but yeah. If you'd like it, that is not a problem. It's literally just sitting in a box. And it is the official Sony Walkman. And I'm like, how long have I had this? And it still works. That's the best part. It still works. Because I was like, I found it going through my old stuff. I'm like, oh, it's the OG Walkman. Does it work? Threw some batteries in there, and I turned it. I'm like, okay, it still works. I can work with this.
See, look at that. We randomly meet at a convention. Now you're getting a Walkman. Maybe. You put that maybe in there. No pressure.
Very nice. So, where all have you been with this cosplay so far?
So the first convention I went to with this cosplay was Fan Expo in Denver. And I got a good amount of attention. Actually, the first day of that convention was the day that part 2 of season 4 released. So
Oh,
I'm
nice.
like watching part 2 as I'm finishing up cosplay stuff, you know, and then finally, and then I went and I got a pretty good like reaction, like people, you know, thought I was her and all of that. And then the next con I went to is the one I met all of you guys at Colorado Springs Comic-Con, and that one the reaction was even crazier to my cosplay. And then the most recent convention I was at, FanX in Salt Lake City, that one was just crazy. There's so many people, and so many people were like, you know, obsessing over my cosplay, and I met the most amazing Billy cosplayer while I was there.
Oh,
So we took
nice.
photos together. Yeah, he looked like exactly like Billy. It's crazy.
Are those pictures on your Instagram?
Yes, I have some
Okay.
on there.
Her Instagram, KJ Cosplay 22.
Mhm.
You can find her on Instagram. It's up on on I don't know what side it's on for you watching, but it's in one of the
Right.
corners.
Should be over there.
Wait, I don't know. This
You
way.
didn't reverse your
It's
camera.
for me.
did
It's
you?
in
You
this.
didn't reverse your camera.
It's over. It's right.
Y'all didn't
Right-
reverse your
right
camera.
there.
That's why.
Right.
I'm not very good at geography. Geography's never been a strong suit of mine. So if you see a corner with an Instagram logo and a name, that's KJ Cosplay 22.
It should be over her. If you see her on the screen, it should be in the corner next to her, because
It is literally in her top right corner. So everyone needs to just go there on Instagram, give her a follow.
If anyone doesn't know your Instagram after we've said it about 15 times in this last 3 minutes.
Possibly 20, because I like to repeat myself.
if they don't get it after that, I mean, that's on them.
But you can see some pretty dope pictures of her cosplay. Now, are you going to continue focusing on your Max cosplay for a while, or do you have other things in the works?
So for the next convention I'm going to, which is one in Denver, happening in November, I'm not going to be Max. This is, I think, FanX was my last convention this year as Max. I need a little bit of a break, but I'm going to do some Halloween stuff, like Halloween weekend.
That's
as Max.
incredible.
Um,
Those are some good pictures.
Thank you. So yeah, I have even more coming from different photo shoots that I've done. So, but
I love you with Eduardo.
Yeah, I love that. But he's so great. Yeah. But the next convention I'm going to, called DokuCon, I'm gonna be Link, but like Gerudo Link, you know, like the Gerudo area, that the outfit he wears when he's in that area.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
In the game.
Okay.
So yeah, that's gonna be the one I'm gonna be at this convention.
You saw some of her Instagram. Yeah. If you want to check out her upcoming Link photos, you'll see them matched in with those awesome photos of you. I saw the one with you and Billy. He's in his lifeguard uniform, right?
Yep. Yeah, and
that's a great picture.
With, some other outfits I think he's in.
That's exciting.
He wore different outfits throughout the weekend.
Yeah, each day, 3 days, he wore a different Billy.
Oh wow!
No, that's fun.
That's the way to do it.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So, Vecna, do you have anything that you want to ask her? I don't want to.
No, you're good. You are good, madam.
Okay.
You may ask your question.
You got questions, girl. Let them go.
You got questions. I am not trying to hinder you.
I'm like, because for me, the only time that I ever really cosplayed is when I was working for someone that required cosplay as part of the job. So, and that was always stuff that I could, like, you know, like Disney bound kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You want me to look like this character, then I will go to like this store and this store and piece together outfits that give like the aesthetic of the character, but isn't an exact replica. I don't think I've ever done an exact replica of anything that I've ever done. But I also like to play with it, like do different versions. Like I do a Wonder Woman that's like Renaissance, for Renaissance fairs. And then I have one that's like steampunk. And then I have one that's like 50s, but like never like I do not have like the accurate Wonder Woman
screen
cosplay.
Accurate or comic accurate cosplay.
Either. It's all just like different variations of. So I'm really fascinated in the work that you put into the costumes that you do, and also the decisions that you make getting to those places. Now I know with this one, it was kind of more like, hey, you look a lot like this person. And then you based your cosplay and kind of leaned into that, which has really worked out for you. And that's fantastic. And that's how we met, and you're a delight. And that's wonderful. For your other cosplays, because I'm assuming this isn't your first one, and we know that it's not going to be your last one. How do you normally like get there? Like,
like
how did you decide on this link in particular, and what made you want to do that?
So I had seen Link in this outfit that I want to do, and like I kind of became obsessed with this certain outfit that he wears, the Gerudo outfit. And so I was like, and I just recently got Breath of the Wild for my Switch, so I'm like, I was like inspired by Breath of the Wild from playing.
Do you normally play? Do you normally cosplay as characters in games, or do you just like anime or pop
anime.
culture?
So Max
mostly anime.
Yeah, Max is my only non-anime.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. Now, since you've done these other cosplays, has Max been the one that's gotten the biggest reaction for you?
Yes, by like so. Yeah.
Well, you hit it like
Stranger Things is also
right
like,
at the perfect time. Like you had to have started making this before season 4 came out, so you had no idea.
I started planning it before season 4 came out, when I saw like photos.
Yeah. So you had no idea just how much Max was going to be doing in season 4.
No,
so you just hit at this perfect little pocket. And that's exciting for you. I'm very happy for you. But like, would you say this is your favorite one that you've done so far, or?
I would say it's definitely one of, like, I have another favorite one that I like to do because I feel like it's pretty accurate. It's Emma from The Promised Neverland. I don't know if you've seen that anime, but
I have not personally, but I'll check it out now.
It's on the list. It's on the list.
We all have very long lists.
We have lists.
But you said it's Alice?
Emma.
Emma, excuse me. I'm sorry. From Promised Neverland.
Yes.
Yes, okay. I got you. Hold on. If you notice, as things are being brought up,
he's doing the Google.
Exactly. My Google Fool is quite strong, so we can keep everybody up to date with what we're going on.
Ooh.
Now, do you stick to being as true to the character as they're portrayed, or do you do like different versions of them?
I try to stick to as accurate as possible.
And do you end up having to make a lot of your own pieces?
Yeah, so I like end up making and thrifting pieces, or like I'll alter pieces I've thrifted, and yeah.
So thrifting, everyone.
I do thrifting just to get stuff.
I hear that, Patrick.
But how did you get into cosplay? What was like that first thing where like, I need to do this because I need to dress this character?
So back in like 2017, 2018, I started to get super into anime. Like my brother and I watched Naruto together, and I became absolutely obsessed. And
that's a good one to get started.
Naruto, the gateway drug.
It's my favorite show of all time. I'm obsessed.
It has spelled many a person.
Yes,
but
really, it's anime.
So I became super obsessed with that, and I was like, I want to cosplay as one of these characters. And Hinata is my favorite female anime character of all time, and so she was my first cosplay. And I was talking to two of my friends, my friend Peter and Kylie, because Comic-Con was coming up in Colorado Springs in 2019, and we're like, let's go. So I put together the Hinata, and my friend Peter was Naruto, and my friend Kylie was Rock Lee, and it was incredible. I have photos on my Instagram if anyone wants to check those out.
I love when you get a group of friends that are all into the same thing and are all as passionate about dressing up together. Group cosplays are always some of my favorites. But also, especially outside of that, when people like your happenstance on Billy is pretty dope too. Like you guys aren't together, but you always get super excited when you see someone dressing up in the same thing, and then you get those group pictures. When they do like the Spider-Man, like there's several of the same person. Like, I never get tired of seeing that shot in any kind of form because it's just exciting when you find people of like mind, like get together and do the same thing. And because you're all so passionate about the things that you love. And that's another thing about cosplayers. They're super passionate about the characters that they're dressing at, even if they're not 100% familiar with the character. They are so passionate about getting it right. Doing all of this research to make sure that all the little details are there, just like you did with your Max, and I can see from your other cosplays.
So to get on with the viewers, my first anime was Ranma 1/2, the OG Ranma 1/2.
Yeah.
So my intro to anime that got me into it was Mermaid Scar, and then I started watching Fist of the North Star, and then it just took off from there.
That's how it went. And see, I'm from the old school where anime was literally only on VHS. And sadly, for some odd reason, because some of them were adultish, the anime was always shoved into the adult corner. And I always had to feel bad going in there just to watch Akira and stuff like that. I'm like, there's no naked people in this. Why is it in the corner? I'm sorry.
Bad anime.
Right? I'm like, it's just got people exploding. That's all.
I mean, potential surprises, I guess.
I'm sorry. If you don't know the story of Akira after 30 some odd years, there is no spoiler warning for you.
I know. At some point, we do have to put a cap on spoiler.
Right.
Yeah.
I think 30 years is pretty safe to say at that point.
Yeah.
This is true.
At that point, it should be common knowledge.
Right. I'm sorry. This has been since the 80s, bro. Got to get caught up. Now, if I was talking about My Hero, no, spoiler warnings. People still aren't caught up with that. My best friend's not caught up with that, but that's okay.
I think a new episode just recently dropped.
Oh, did it start already?
Again?
So I haven't seen it, but I think I got a notification for it on Crunchyroll.
Well, I know what
we gotta priority that. Thank you.
Oh yeah, it is time for the October for the fall season to start. Yeah, I have so much anime.
Time to switch it up. We're literally going through at least 10 anime right now. Where we watch a little bit of each like every night, and then it's just like Jesus, and then I start getting them confused.
That she does. I've been watching anime on Crunchyroll since before Crunchyroll was Crunchyroll. If you know what that's for the old heads that know, but I can't say that out loud. But before they were Crunchyroll, they were I've been watching anime.
It was a Crunchyroll.
Yes, and as soon as they switch things up, I joined up, and I've not looked back since. So I've been doing it for a while. So if you could be in any of the anime that you love to watch, which one would it be?
Oh gosh, a lot of the ones that I really like have a lot of you would not want to live in that universe. I'm gonna say the Yuri on Ice universe.
Okay.
I
think that's what most of us do.
And if you could be in any season of Stranger Things, which season would you prefer to be in?
Oh, absolutely none of them.
Not 4, not 3, not
and I'd be
2,
one of the people
one.
in California, Elle's and Will's school.
Yeah,
one of them.
It just depends on if we have to be in Hawkins at all.
There you go. Yeah. Let me be in California. Yeah, I'll be there in the background.
Because I definitely give off strong Barb vibes, so I would not survive very long. I'm very much the person sitting outside at the empty pool while everyone's inside partying, so I would be a goner for sure.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah, not living in that. Thank you for the offer. That's a polite pass.
I mean, if anywhere, actually, where would I want to live? Actually, I'd live in Ranma. It's not too bad. There's only like a handful of crazy martial artists, and if you don't know them, your life is great.
I think I would like to live wherever my neighbor Totoro is. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Howl's Moving Castle, because I want to live in that. I want to live in that.
I would
That's
choose
fun.
that just for Howl.
Sure. I will trade you Howl for the castle because of all.
Patrick, you're fired.
Give me Calcifer.
Right?
Listen, I have
Oh,
so
your
many
eggs are bacon
animes.
bird.
I have so many anime recommendations that I get overwhelmed and I take a nap instead. Therefore, compounding my issue.
I mean,
My brain is like, reboot.
Dang.
It literally goes to sleep.
I just go through the list.
Night.
Add. Okay, they're on the list. They'll get watched eventually. I just throw them on there.
Mhm.
I remember thinking that I can't remember the name of the anime now. I'm sorry, but they were like, "Oh, it's only one season." I was like, "Okay, I can commit to one season." And that one season had like 58 episodes in it. I'm like, no.
You got caught by one of those. Yeah, that's one
No.
of the tricky seasons.
I've been spoiled now by like Netflix. My
They're not
seasons
watching.
are 8 to 10 episodes and no more.
Yeah.
Like it used to be 20 some odd that we were used to. Now forget it. Like I can't. There's how many episodes? That's so many.
I
So many
gypped.
episodes.
I feel gypped when I get an anime with only 13 episodes in the first season. I'm like, what is this? Why is there only 13? This is a normal anime season. I need more.
Especially if they're
Yeah.
only like 20 some odd minutes long.
Mhm.
Yeah, I need more when it comes to anime. I don't like when the shows end.
Yeah, my fourth favorite anime only has 12 episodes, so it's
Oh,
Which anime is that?
like it's Yuri on Ice.
Oh, it is Yuri on Ice? Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, no, the manga and the light novel are still going. That's right. The anime did not get more.
There's
I
supposed
even
to be
know
a
too much
movie,
stuff about anime
but-
I don't even watch.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
It's a geek vault up here. It's just
I
a
know,
geek
I
vault.
know. And we love it. And we love it.
I do not have a vault.
That's why I have the that t-shirt about the golden whatever.
I have a brain with overdraft protection. Okay,
Mine has limited
Nice.
mine has limited memory. That's why it just randomly shuts
mine
down.
is constantly overdrawn with no useless trivia whatsoever. Okay, and that's where we're gonna leave it.
Oh, since we're talking trivia,
Oh,
I am quite evil today, and I have a trivia quiz. Okay, Patrick.
Bye, Patrick. Thank you for joining today.
I do have trivia today. So I'm just gonna ask some questions. There's no point system or anything, but points if you're creatively wrong.
why would
'Cause
you
some-
get points for the wrong answer?
No, creatively wrong.
Oh,
Not just
creatively.
wrong, but like creatively wrong.
Okay, so if I put on a full skit and I'm wrong,
Yeah, like a
Then I
whole
get-
like what's that game, Balderdash or something, whatever it is, where you just kind of fake it till you make it.
oh,
Look,
yeah.
if I get too bad, I'll just walk to Vectus myself.
mean,
I volunteer
start
as
off-
tribute.
It's right there.
We're gonna start off with what I think are some easy questions. I think all of them, like I didn't go too hard because that's just ridiculous. And we all just consume too much stuff to know, like, which window in the front of their house gets broken. Like we're not gonna.
Jesus, Tay.
Tay's already in the lead before we've even begun.
Oh, I'm already losing.
Okay, so how does Will communicate with his mother?
Through the lights. Wait, are we supposed to raise our hands or something?
Oh, just shout it right out.
Okay, through the lights.
Lights on the wall, the Christmas lights.
I was about to say words. Wrong.
Sort of.
How does Barb cut her hands?
With a knife. Right? Like a
Glass.
Glass, right.
Is it glass?
Or is
Tell
it
me
a
it's glass.
can?
Let me
Is it
get
a can?
something right. Let me get something
There
right.
you go. She's trying to open a beer can and she cuts her
Oh.
hand.
Okay, right.
So
Oh, there we go.
I think she was using
Was she
some kind
trying
of
to
knife.
shotgun it?
So
Like, what?
she was. You were right. What does 11 steal from Bradley's Big Buy?
that goes.
Waffles.
Like, I feel like Cage is the only one playing right now. Although you were right with waffles, you were a little
Wait,
too slow.
Candy.
No, it was waffles. She already
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
Fox steals waffles.
A little girl that's been locked in his lab for the first 11 years of her life.
Oh yeah, those would be pretty yummy.
Okay. Okay. Where
Better
did
have
Max
syrup.
move from?
California. Sorry, I know like all of these answers.
Just gonna look right at you and ask the question.
I'm just gonna sit here.
California.
What
Land
does
of the Central.
Dustin name his demo dog?
Dart. Sorry, I'm like answering all of them.
This
What,
is
man?
exactly. I just want to say, KJ, that I called this. So
She did. She's
Please
like, she's gonna get
continue.
all this.
Please continue with the answer. What does he name his dog?
Dart or D'Artagnan.
That's
Oh,
correct.
that's right. It's a 3 Musketeers.
Bonus
'cause that was
point.
the
There,
first
see,
anybody
there
gave
you
me.
go. There you go.
See, I got the useless parts of it up here.
Who do Dustin and Steve get to crawl through the air ducts connecting the storage?
Sorry, I didn't even let you finish.
Little sister. Mm-hmm.
Look, from here on out, every answer I give is gonna be fucking waffles. Okay, like I'm done.
Okay. What was the name of Yuri's helicopter?
Waffles.
It was the name of some woman that he was
Wait,
with.
you're it was the one that got away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Don't
Some
they
kind
all?
of Russian name. I don't know. I don't remember that.
All right,
the
I'm gonna
baby?
give you 4 names,
Mhm.
okay.
Ooh, multiple
Okay.
choice.
and you tell me which one it is.
Mhm.
Katya, Martinka, Katinka, or Svetlana.
Katinka.
Katinka.
It's Katinka.
Oh, yay,
Yeah.
Vecna. You're finally on the board.
Yeah, wait, there's board. Well, you said there was no score. You said no pressure.
I know.
Hold on.
No pressure on the board,
Waffles.
but KJ's definitely.
I mean, I've gotten the answers correct.
Okay,
She's
this
just
one.
asking
Okay.
me.
This is another like hard one.
I've got
What
this.
is the name of the clown that traumatized Bob Newby?
Waffles.
So close, bestie. So close.
Pancake.
Mr.
Cupcake.
Gosh, what
Is it a baked food?
Oboe or something? Maybe. I
Don't think
You're
you
so
baked food, my love.
You're so.
Bozo.
It's Mr. Baldo. You are so
Baldo.
cute. If you take bozo and oboe and put them together, that's close enough for me. That's good. What is Eleven's real name?
Jane.
Jane.
What is
Mhm.
it, Jane?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Which video game does Max beat Dustin's score on at the arcade?
I should know this.
Waffles.
Baby, no.
Is it a fighting game?
No.
No.
Is it like a space?
Space Invaders?
Last
Cosmic
Like-
Chasm? Your mom?
I don't know enough of the games from that time to make up like I did with the names, so I'm just gonna.
Dig Dug. Steven says Dig Dug.
Steven! Did you
That's
say
what I
Dig Dug?
said.
You said that? I
I
didn't
said
hear
Big
you.
Dog.
I'm sorry. We're gonna have to roll that back later.
I'm gonna roll it back, and I'm gonna go and just
Look,
point out
we're getting
right
a
there
point for
where
that,
it
but
says
Steven now has a point.
Okay. What group theme did they dress up as for Halloween in season 2?
Ghostbusters.
And that's all I'm gonna do, so I don't want to get no strikes.
Okay. What song does Will sing while he's trapped in the Upside Down?
Oh, should I stay or should I go?
Ah.
Is that
Alright.
did she get it
All right.
right?
Yeah, she did. All right,
Well, that's our show. KJ was been great. I'm just kidding.
I have two more. Like, this is not all the questions, but I do want to get 2 more out there because I like the questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But she's definitely going to answer them. Who sacrifices their life to save 11 from the Mind Flayer?
Billy.
Billy.
Yay.
Oh,
And
well,
finally, which Metallica song does Eddie play in the Upside
my
Down?
Master
favorite
Puppets. Ride the Lightning. Waffles.
Master
Reg.
Puppets.
Reg.
Master of Puppets.
You could have just said you always have to lead in and you start
You said I had to be
monologuing.
dramatic about it. You said I
And
had to
did
be
you
dramatic.
not learn from The Incredibles? Never gets caught monologuing. That's where it gets you.
Monologuing.
That was amazing, KJ. I expected no less from you. Round of
Yes.
applause. Absolutely slaughtered everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
I sincerely think if somebody else was asking the questions, you would have beaten me to it. And I'm the one that wrote these questions, so brava.
I mean, look.
So, what was your favorite story arc of Stranger Things?
Oh, man. So many good ones. It's so hard to choose. I mean, I love just season 3 all around. I love that season altogether. Yeah, and of course, all the stuff season 4 with Max, the whole Vecna trying to get her. That I love that arc.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
I love how everyone's on their own journey while they're all on this collective journey.
Exactly.
But I've got to give a special shout out to Erica, because you
Right.
can't spell America without Erica.
Exactly.
And she is exactly who I wanted to be at her age. That ballsy, that confident, that sassy.
I didn't have the confidence.
Yeah.
I bet you was sassy.
I feel like she would destroy Vecna. Like,
oh my
instantly.
gosh.
She would just sass him, call him a bald-headed freak or something, and then
she would make him cry. She would straight up make him cry.
He clearly is sensitive.
He is. He definitely has some mommy.
He has daddy issues.
He just has issues all around. He has papa issues.
Yeah.
Papa.
You're just like Papa. Anyway, that's enough out of that. KJ, is there anything that you would like to promote or talk about while you're here with us today? Including your Instagram, even though we've already touched on it.
Yeah, I guess my Instagram. So it's I guess where it's right there, I think.
Right there.
Yes. Yeah. You are pointing in the right direction.
Get it.
So yeah, I KJ Cosplay 22 is my Instagram, and I post a lot of Stranger Things content, but I'm starting to also mix in other content like my anime stuff and
hey Joshua,
things like that.
And where can people find? Well, you already said, but just repeat it once more for those of us who have forgotten already. Where can they see you next as Link?
At DokuCon. It's in Denver. It's from November 4th through the 6th at the Crown Plaza Denver International Airport Hotel and Convention Center.
Now, have you considered doing this as like a job, getting hired out, or for parties and the whatnot?
Sort of, but I don't know if I would really be allowed to do that with Max's image. I'm not sure.
I'm sure that there's some kind of. I mean, they have like Disney.
You are them,
right?
Think it's okay.
Well, most cosplayers, they don't have just one image. I mean, they have multiple images. I mean, there's some out there that they do incredible things. I don't see why you couldn't, do it.
And the reason why I ask is so that if people had those inquiries, I would tell them to point them towards your Instagram.
If you want, send me a message.
Awesome.
Like, book her, seriously.
Right?
I think
going to be the best party this Halloween if you book her.
I know. Halloween parties, birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, divorce parties. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
And you haven't seen her do the pose.
Oh, do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Oh God, can you?
Yeah.
That is okay. Roll the ice back. That's so creative. How do you do this?
And I have a photo of me doing that. That's going to release a really good photo of me doing that. That's going to release on my Instagram really soon.
Oh, so that'll be exciting.
Good.
So if you would like to get in contact with KJ about a professional appearance at your function, it could be a convention or what have you, please reach out to her through her Instagram.
Yes.
And don't be a creep.
Yeah, definitely don't. Definitely don't.
Find you.
Because if you are creepy, please send those to me and I will handle that.
You will be dealt with appropriately.
Word.
You'll be welcome. By Billy's
I
Ghost.
wouldn't say appropriately, but you will be taken care of.
I just poked myself in the eye.
Did you poke yourself?
And she's out for the count.
Baby.
Yep.
Oh
Steph,
goodness.
you're gonna make people think I'm abusive. You're just gonna show up and be like,
We-
oh yeah, this
We
happened.
all just watched her do it to herself. You can roll that clip back
All
as
right,
well.
like, look, it wasn't me.
All right. So one of the things that I wanted to ask everybody is, what are all your predictions for this next season?
Mhm.
The final season.
Yes,
It's the final countdown.
I think
I thought
think
about
Eddie
it. but
will
I was
come
like,
back
I'm not gonna do it.
as Cass. That's what I think. That's what I'm really hoping. Like, I have like a I guess a vision for like the very first opening of the first episode of season 5, where like Billy's like on the ground and upside down, dead, you know, and then it like goes to his face, and then he just opens his eyes, and then it just cuts, and he isn't there for like the whole rest of the episode or something.
Oh,
that's what I want to happen.
I would love to see, and I know that this is kind of hokey, and I don't think that this is going to happen, but part of me really wants to see some of the people that got taken get a
Mhm.
chance to come back.
Yes, I want that too.
You and the Barb needs to come back camp.
Eddie,
Mhm.
even Chrissy.
Definitely Eddie. Like, I mean, one season, like, why take him out like that? Come on.
Well, even in the sense of if they can't come back fully, like they animate and come back into their own consciousness enough to help fight Vecna and the Upside Down, or to kind of keep them away from, like, let's say the portal while they're trying to close it, something like that would be, you know, I would love to see, even though I know that that would kind of be pandering. So, you know, it can go either way with that. But there are characters that I would love to see again, even if it's just for that hero moment, even like Bob, just somebody being able to come back and have that, like, that hero moment before they go. And I know we are going to end up losing more people. They said that we're going to be losing some main people in
As
this
long
final
as
season.
like Steve and Max are okay, I think it'll be okay.
And it's so funny because, like, we all thought he was a complete shit.
I know, and then he became the most beloved character.
Yeah, and now he's like the dad, and then everyone's like, if anything happens to Steve, we riot.
Exactly.
Tay, I'm with you.
And
I would love to
every
have.
season-
Tay wants Bob to come back.
Who doesn't want Samwise Gamgee to come back?
Right?
It's Bob. Hello.
I know. It's
Bob
Bob.
Mooney.
It's Samwise. It's
Superhero.
Oh gosh, what's his name from Goonies?
Rudy,
He plays Mikey.
Mikey. Thank you.
Mhm.
Just I would love to have someone come back and do a hero's moment. As for what the last season has in store, I don't know. I don't want to see anyone from season 2 in her little gaggle of supers.
Oh, same. Oh my gosh. I always forget. I always try to forget that episode.
I
even
think we've
exists.
all, like, collectively, like, blocked it out, and then when
Yep.
I see pictures, I'm like,
Mhm.
oh god.
Yeah, I was showing Stranger Things to one of my friends, and while we were watching it, I told him, we are not watching this episode. You don't need to see it. It's not relevant. It doesn't matter. So one of my friends has never even seen that episode.
I feel like that episode was just so that she could wear her hair slicked back one time.
And say bitchin'.
Yeah.
That's all.
For real, I think it
Would
was.
say bitchin'. That's what it was. But you gotta have. You gotta see how she improved her usability of her powers. Because if you don't have that, then you know she comes back and she's stronger. And it's it's like not watching Goku go train. Yes, it takes forever, but it's important to see that he trained and got stronger.
But how
At
often
least Stranger Things fight scenes don't last 2 months, you know?
True.
Although the tension in those moments when you're like in that when 11 was fighting against Vecna and Max was starting, like the arms were breaking and the legs were breaking, you're like, hurry up, and like literally it was like 2 minutes, but you're all dying, like stop it, like stop.
Right.
What are you
like,
doing?
We need to go more and be better. This is not
Taking
working.
a nap.
Our girl is getting taken. No.
Girl, wake up.
Right. For me, what I'm predicting for season 5, everyone's back together. I think we're going to get more from, the Russians aren't going to be done. They're going to be upset about what happened with their facility, and they're going to want someone to pay for it. That's
they
what
they can ask the Demogorgon.
I mean, they're going to find a way to recapture one of the ones that's still alive, and they're going to go back to America and be like, we need revenge, and they're probably just going to let that thing run rampant.
Yeah, and watch who they capture be D'Artagnan, and it not working out for them. Let D'Artagnan have a hero moment.
That'd be great.
There you go.
I'm all for that. Like I said, I'm good with anything except the supers
Mhm.
from season 2. Just
Yep. Me
leave them
too.
leave them where they are.
I would rather
They're
Papa
fine
come
over
back
there.
to life than
Yeah.
those characters
Yeah.
be in season 5.
For sure. I'm with you on that one.
So what you're telling me is you feel the same way about those kids as we do about the Skywalkers. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have no. Well, actually, like people don't hate the Skywalkers.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, not the OGs. Who hates Leia?
Okay,
Nobody
Leia-
hates Leia. Look,
Well-
I don't hate the Skywalkers. What I do hate is they killed off my Ben. Okay. And then they let Rey take the last name. Like, bitch, no, you're not. Stay in your lane. Like, you're not a Skywalker.
We're not going to talk about that trilogy right now. We're going to end on a happy note.
Broom, broom.
I'm sorry, she's on. She watched that Blackpink video like 40 times in 3 days. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up Blackpink in their new video.
All I'm going to say is, if she keeps on this tangent here, I'm going to pull out Camp Cucamonga.
Ooh.
And
Oh man.
What do you mean you're gonna? You just did. Like, that's rude.
but I mean, I have it.
No. We're gonna no.
So you're gonna be good now?
How many episodes is season 5 going to be? Do we know?
It's going to be fewer episodes than season 4, I'm pretty sure.
So how many do you think there'll be?
Probably around 8.
How long do you think they'll be?
Maybe at least 45 minutes to an hour.
We're gonna either have a longer first couple episodes or longer last couple episodes.
I think they might do like what they did with this season, where the last 2 episodes are super long.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a bad way, because I consume those very quickly.
As did
we did too.
But I think they may start off as their regular like 45 to 52 minute episodes, and then towards the tail end get bigger, because there's a lot that they have to wrap up. A lot of what if they decide to wrap up any storylines.
They're probably gonna have to. The kids are getting older. They're almost they're in their 20s now.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Noah
they
just
really
turned 18,
really need to eloquently like close any open chapters, not go too rushed. Like this is going to be like, it's going to have to be like masterful writing in order to get this to be like good, because I feel like there's so much that needs to still be like dealt with, and they're about to shut it down. So
who do you think, if anyone, does Nancy end up with?
If Nancy does end up with someone, I want it to be Steve.
I was going to say Steve.
She shouldn't really be with anyone right now. I think she should just focus on herself.
I'm 100% with you. I'm actually kind of hoping that they all kind of just like move, because they all still have a lot of growing up to do, even though they've had to grow up a lot. This is like based on trauma, something that they're going to have to process through. And you don't know if you're going to be making those connections based on like a real true connection, or if it's just because you guys have been through something that's unique to just the group of you. And that doesn't always lead to a positive and healthy relationship. So my hope, because I haven't been crazy about this, not so much the back and forth, but that they feel like they need to do this back and forth. A lot of shows do that. And I think that this is one of the things I don't like that they're doing in Stranger Things. I kind of wish that we took some of that romance out of it. I really liked in the beginning how it went from her and Steve to I'm forgetting their names.
Jonathan?
I'm awful. Thank
Jonathan.
you. Thank you. Just jump right in whenever, because my mind is going to forget it. And then that it made sense in that sense. But what we're seeing now is like a trope that we don't need. They have other things that they need to be focusing on other than, do I love this person or do I love that person, and how that's going. So that to me is, I hope, something that they realize, that none of these people need to end up with someone romantically for this story to be powerful, because it's powerful based on the core friendship that they all have. And that's just my feeling on the whole Nancy situation. But whatever happens,
die.
Do you think she's gonna die? I think Jonathan's
She's
gonna
gonna
die.
sacrifice herself to save somebody.
I think wait, I take that back. I think
dying.
Will is gonna die because
I can see that.
I think that he's going to realize that he's never going to be whole because of what happened to him while he was in the Upside Down, and he will sacrifice himself to save his friends. That's a very Will move to me.
That is a very Will move.
Bless you.
Sorry. My
I
heat
agree.
kicked on. Sorry about that.
That is my prediction. So, with all this said,
All this positivity of Will
all
dying.
this positivity, they're gonna die. They're gonna die, man.
They're all gonna die.
Oh, and I lost my question. It's gone.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I did it to myself. I let the joke roll in, and the question went out. It happens. It's okay. I'll think of another one. Sprite, do you have any more questions?
I think I'm good.
Did you guys want to hear about me meeting the stranger?
That is the yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We skimmed right over
Yes.
that. Even
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So yeah, so the convention I met them at was FanX in Salt Lake City, and the first day is when I met Eduardo, and so his line wasn't as long as it should have been, you know, but he's an awesome guy. So I went in there, and he looked at me, he was like, "Your cosplay is amazing," and then I went, "You're amazing." And then he asked about my Walkman, and I said I made it, and he was super impressed about that. So that was a super great experience. I got an awesome photo with him, and then the next day is when I met Gayton, and oh my gosh, the line was crazy, like so crazy. And so someone had distracted him, like right when it was my turn to take a photo with him, so he didn't even get to react to my cosplay or like even look at me, which really sucks. So, but I got such an awesome photo with him, of him, you know, holding the headphones and everything. So he did great with that. And then the next day is when I met Grace, and someone distracted her when it was right before it was my turn, and so she didn't even really have a chance to look at me, but she's super sweet, like she's great. So I got a great photo with all of them.
That sucks that happened to you for 2 out of the 3, but I'm glad that Eduardo and you got some time together.
Yeah, me too.
Super chill guy. Now, have you posted that picture of you and Gayton on your Instagram?
Yeah, it's all of the ones, one with Eduardo, the one with Gayton, and the one with Grace.
Now, were they all sitting together?
I did separate.
Oh,
but
okay.
they did have a session where it was all 3 of them.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Oh,
okay.
They had a panel?
They had a panel, but they also had like a photo meet and greet session.
Oh, okay. I understand what you mean. Have you tagged him in that photo?
I've tagged.
Maybe if enough people at him, audience, then he will see the picture.
So yeah, if you look at the very top, there my I have them pinned.
Nice.
Those are fantastic.
Gayton Mazzarato.
Yeah, we can definitely like flood these the next couple days on our on the Facebook page.
Maybe it'll end up as like a BuzzFeed article, and he'll see it.
Right.
Does BuzzFeed still exist?
I think so. Somewhat. They're not at their prime anymore, but they're there. they're hanging on.
But I'm glad that you did get to meet them. But like Eduardo, because Eduardo is such a chill, wonderful dude that I'm so glad that you got to spend time with him. And it's unfortunate that his line wasn't what you thought it was going to be. But it always surprises me at conventions where some of the lines are. You know, and like for me, and at this point, I'm not surprised by it anymore. But it used to be like when I first started working them, especially, I was shocked at the line that one of the guys from the Impractical Jokers got while there was like nobody at Michael Rooker. I'm like, what is that? What is this reality that I am living in right now? But
Michael
then like
Rooker didn't have a line?
he had a line, but the line for the guy from Impractical Jokes, so I think his name is Michael. I've never seen the show, so I don't know. His line was riotous, and then he had Joey Fatone right next to him, who I think is like they're like friends in real life. We're just hyping up the crowd. They had a huge crowd, and Michael Rooker's in like the corner, and he's got a decent line. Please don't get me wrong, but like I would have never guessed that those lines would be the sizes that they were in comparison to each other. But voice actors sometimes have longer lines than some headliners. You just never know. But
well, it's like at Colorado Springs. You had that Halo guy.
Yeah,
Halo. That was ridiculous. But then like Clerks, like compared to like Clerks, like I think that line was like bigger than like Clerks and Marsden put together. I was like, this is insane.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that it was such a positive experience for you, because sometimes you meet people that you admire, or you admire their work, and then you catch them on a bad day, or they're just not into it, or like you had unfortunately with Gaten and the Grace, where they're distracted, so you don't really get that moment with them. But to have a moment with someone that's really appreciative of the work that you put into it, appreciative of how the cosplay came out, I'm really glad that you had that. And
thank you.
Who doesn't love Surfer Boy pizza?
Right.
Oh boy.
Not on the show because he's sick, but he still got to get the jokes in.
So, if you could meet anyone as any character that you've dressed as or would like to, I said dress, but I meant cosplay.
Cosplay.
Who would it be?
I would love to meet Caleb McLaughlin as Max. Lucas's actor, or Jamie Campbell Bower. Vecna, or Sadie, of course, Sadie, but I don't want to freak her out.
It can go two ways. She can either be like super excited about it, or be like, "This is making me very uncomfortable."
Yeah,
but I think
the last thing I want to do is make her uncomfortable.
Well, some people say it makes them uncomfortable when they're looking at somebody and it looks just like them. You know what I'm saying? Like you've heard celebrities when they do they're like, "Here's your doppelganger," and then you look at them, they're like, "No."
The amount of times where it's somebody next to their doppelganger, and I'm not 100% sure which one is which, is too high. But I think that Jamie would absolutely love it. I think he would be over the moon for it. I feel like that is like on the same level as John Barrowman when anybody dresses like Jack Harkness, or pretty much any Doctor Who character. He loses his mind in a wonderful way, but he's just and I feel like Jamie would be that way too. Like, oh my God. Like,
I agree.
That would be fun. You would love to meet Robert Englund. He's at Rhode Island Comic Con, and he will keep you there for over a half hour talking if you go see him. Wonderful man.
I have his signature.
You still got to get that t-shirt finished.
We need to get the t-shirt finished. We need to go to a horror con is what we need to do.
Yes.
We have them in Connecticut and Rhode Island. I don't know why.
And guess where I'm at? Guess where I am?
Where are you?
Not in either one of those places.
You know what exists though? Transportation.
I'll hide away in someone's, suitcase or something.
I mean, I'd risk it. Maybe you can find a passage to the Upsidedown and take a shortcut that way.
That would be amazing. Build myself a nice little pretty, Minecraft portal or something,
There'll probably be a lot of empty cars down there that you can try.
Probably.
I don't think that's how it works. That's just me though. I don't think that's how it works.
I feel like it could work. I'm sure there's a tank somewhere. If you end up where the Russian military thing is, there's got to be a tank there, and you should be fairly safe.
That's true.
So done with me.
I wouldn't survive, but it's true. No, I would be dead in the Upside-Down probably within 15 minutes. I am so clumsy. Like those vines would be ringing bells to Vecna. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be over for me.
I trip on air. I don't even need the vines. It's fine. I'll have made my peace with it long before.
Dude, I would probably scare myself and bring attention to myself. That's how I would die. Is I would scare myself
Like
And then that
this.
would be it. You know, I don't need something to scare me. I'll do it myself. Come for me. You know, that's how it would be. That would be my Stranger Things death.
Oh, I'm fairly certain mine would be something quite similar. Or I just, I'd walk in there and be like, oh, this is where I am. Let me just lay down and like Eeyore. Here you go.
Just take a nap.
No,
Start at the head so it's more painless. Thank you.
no.
No? You'd
No.
fight?
Yeah, gotta fight. You can't just lay down. Gotta fight.
Maybe I fight better laying down.
Okay,
You don't
look.
know me. You don't know my life. I don't know how we got here, but let's get out of here. Is there anything else that you would like us and our listeners to know, KJ?
I don't think so. But again, just check out my Instagram.
Yes.
KJ
yes.
Cosplay 22. I'm posting even more content tomorrow, So check back every day. There will hopefully be something new. So
Well, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for joining us.
thank you
Yeah,
so much
it's
for
been a
asking
pleasure.
me.
As
I'm
you can
so
see,
glad,
we run on tangents.
We do. We
Regular.
do.
We do. We do.
But we mean well. We mean well.
We do.
And we fully support you in everything that you do. Please do
Thank
not
you.
hesitate to reach out to us if there's anything we can do to help you project yourself forward.
Absolutely.
Because not only, and it's not just because you look like masks. You're very sweet.
Thank
You're
you.
very talented.
Thank you so
And
much.
there's no reason why the world shouldn't know who you are.
Thank
Right?
you.
In a
means
not
a lot.
creepy way.
Yeah.
Yes.
To be clear.
No, yeah, don't worry. Don't worry.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard once again, it is KJ Cosplay on
22.
the Insta.
22.
22.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 22.
Don't forget the 22, or else
22.
you might click on someone else. So
We don't want that. We want them to go directly to you. It is that KJ Cosplay 22 on the Insta. Go look at the picture. Look at it. People say you already got to come back.
I guess I have to.
The fans want it, so we got to give them what they want. So,
Absolutely. You are
You know
welcome
what?
back anytime.
After season 5 ends, we'll have to bring you back and get your thoughts on it.
Yeah,
there we go. There we go.
definitely.
Also would love to have you on just to talk anime.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yes,
Ooh,
I'm
an
a
anime show.
massive weeb, so I would love that.
So absolutely, there's no reason why we can't have you on again. We'd all love to have you on again. But
Yes.
we'll keep in touch because we want to make sure that it's an episode of content that you're interested in. So,
Yes.
Absolutely.
but you know how to find us, and we know where to find you.
Yep.
KJ Cosplay 22 on Instagram, just
Yep.
in case you missed it.
I mean, I don't know
Also,
if you heard or not, but
top right
that's what-
corner.
That's
Yeah,
right.
right there.
Right there.
There we go.
I'm still
right.
not great at geography, so just wherever everyone else is pointing.
Thank you for watching, everybody. This is the 4-Letter Nerd with myself, Ra the Sun God, aka Vecna, for the show. We got Lady Sid and I down there. We've got the lovely Miss Sprite over there who's itching her nose, apparently. And then we've got the wonderful KJ Cosplay 22 to my right. Thank you for watching. This has been a production of Hyro Geekix Unlimited. We will see you guys next week with a brand new show. Maybe a new guest, maybe not a new guest. Who knows? Maybe all 4 of us will be back together, as long as we don't have the Rona and we're not overworking ourselves trying to get, the 10th anniversary of Rhode Island Comic Con to blow up even more than it already has. Bergie, sorry.
Yeah, Burgie.
Oh, what? I don't know what I was talking about. But yes, thank you for watching. Hopefully, we'll have more fun and wonderful things for you next week. This is our show. We are the 4-Letter Nerd. Thank you for watching. Everyone, you have a wonderful time. Thank you for watching. We will see you next week.
Stay safe, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.